Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to just show you guys the illustration on how to make this Bubu Kaftan that has a Batwing. So someone sent it to me, so I'm going to show you guys just how to make it, because I'm not making it to wear it. So I'm going to show you guys how you're going to make it. So first thing you're going to do, you might need about, let's say for this, you need fabric that cuts like by 60, not like a Kara fabric, but fabric that is bigger, that the width is like that cuts by 60 or so. So maybe like a crepe fabric would also work. And then you're going to fold your fabric into two. As you can see, I've folded it into two here. It's folded into two. And then the width of this fold, you can cut the front and the back together, but how you're going to determine the width is basically to just go ahead and measure your shoulder measurement divided by 2. So for me, my shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2 will be 8. You go ahead and mark that 8. And then the next thing you're going to add is where the sleeve length. So let's say you want the sleeve up to here, like the one on the picture, wherever you want the sleeve to be. So let's say your shoulder to here is about 24 inches. Then add your seam allowance to fold the end. Then you're going to mark that, whatever it is, go ahead and mark it at the end, right? And then that's basically what you need. The next thing you're going to do is just to go ahead here, mark 3 inches of neckline. So you're going to come here, mark 3 inches for the neck width, and then you're going to go back to that point. You need a longer ruler, come down by 1 inch here, and then you're going to use a ruler to just blend it all the way in an angle to this 3 inches of neckline here, right? Blend it into this line here. So you're getting the shoulder slope that way, right? So once you've done that, the next thing you're going to do is just to determine the length. Guys, this is very easy to make. Determine the length of the dress, right? From the shoulder, you determine the length you want to work with. Let's say you're working with 54. You add your seam allowance for folding, right? So let's say this is where the 54 inches is. The total length of your dress, that's from your shoulder to your ankle. You go ahead and mark that. Rule a straight line where the dress is going to end, right? Once you've done that, the next thing you're going to do now is just to go up to your sleeve width here. It depends on you, the opening you want to have at the end of the sleeve. If you want the cuff to be a little bit like slightly fitted, you can also do that. Or you can just, let's say the opening of your arm is 5 inches. You can go ahead and add extra 2 inches to it and make it like 7 inches, right? Because remember, you still need half an inch to join this top part and half an inch to join this bottom part, so the cuff is not too tight. Or you can even open it wider and do like 8 inches, add 3 inches to it more, so that it's just loose, because the whole point is that it's going to look loose. You don't want it to be a fitted cuff, right? Then after that, you're going to come in here by 1 inch. This 1 inch is going to help you to fold the cuff of this sleeve when you're done. And then you're just going to go from here now and make your bat. Just go from here. But when you coming down, let's say this is what you're marking here. But before you get to the end here, you can go ahead and use your hip measurement divided by 4. So my hip is 48 divided by 4 is like 12. I can go ahead and do plus extra 3 or 4 inches to it. And then I can go ahead and blend this in. It depends on you at the point where you want it to blend into this point. Or if you want it, there are different styles to this. If you want it to have a batwing all the way to the end, or if you want it to at least narrow a little bit, like have almost like it has a straight line and then goes into the batwing part of it this way. So you can go up 10 inches from here, or you can do from your knee, right? That's from the end to where your ankle is, from your knee to your ankle measurement, whatever that is. You can stop from that point and mark the batwing, right? Remember, you're going to be cutting this on a fold of 2. This one is just a fold of 1. You can cut both the front and the back together. So this is the one I'm going to be cutting it on. So basically, once you've gotten to this point, you're just going to go ahead and cut all the way to this point. Cut here, your shoulder slope, and then to this part here. So this is what I mean by you're going to cut 2 of it. Instead of folding 1 at a time to cut, just have 2 folds, right? So this is the fabric I'm going to be cutting it on. So this is the first one, right? So this is going to be the second one. So like you're going to have your fabric folded into two, and then you have two of them, you understand? So this is going to be like this one now I folded is just one, so this is going to be the front panel, and then you have another one that is going to be the back panel. That's what I mean. So you're going to have two of these. You might need at least 3.5 yards, or maybe almost 4 yards, depending on the length of the sleeve, because that would determine the width of the folding of your fabric, you understand? So now I'm going to use this one now to cut it and then show you guys what it's going to look like before we do the collar and the front. So guys, you see what I was saying? Now let me open up this one now. You see, it's exactly the shape that we were talking about. So you see everything, your shoulder slope from here, the opening on out of this armhole, and then this curve here going to the end. You see? So if I place it this way, you see it's basically cut the shoulder slope, 10 inches of opening, the curve here, the end, and then this side. And then you're going to come down 1 inch for the neckline for the two of them, because once you've done that, you're going to separate one. One is done, which is the back. Now you're going to focus on the front. So for the front, what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead and mark down where you want the neckline to be, right? It depends on you. Remember, you already did 3 inches of neck width. So you're going to determine, like, you're going to mark, let's say, about 10 inches down from that point, right? And then you're going to connect it this way. But before you connect it there, you're going to also mark 1 inch away from the end of this thing. Like, mark 1 inch all the way. Distance of 1 inch in, 1 inch in, like this, until you get to the very end here of your kimono. And then you're going to go ahead and blend this 3 inches of neck width into this line of 1 inch, right? Blend it into that line. So what you're going to cut out now is you're going to cut out this 1 inch that you've marked here. Cut out this neckline. So on these bodies now, let me show you what it will look like. So let's say I decided to do the 1 inch that I'm marking out will be this here. The 1 inch I'm marking out is this, right? And then the shoulder to the 10 inches is somewhere here. So I'm going to blend it into this point here, like this, and then blend it into that 1 inch, right? You don't want to have a sharp bend here. So now all I have to do is just to go ahead and cut it out. Cut it all the way to the neckline. Don't worry about it. We are still going to replace this now with our fabric. So now that you've done this, all you have to do now is to take your back panel, open it up, which is one piece like this. Take the one for the front, join this shoulder to this shoulder. So you're going to go ahead and sew this shoulder to this shoulder. Take this other one, sew this shoulder to this shoulder, right? And once you get to this point here, you fold the edge of this sleeve and sew this end close, right? You're going to sew it close. The same thing, once you sew this, first thing you sew this part, you fold in this like how you fold the edge of your clothes. Once you get to this point, like once it's joined by the shoulder, you just fold it in this way. And then once you get here, you close it up to the end. Now we're going to cut out fabric that we're going to use. You can change the color, which is going to be the collar, right? That is going to run all the way from the top here to the neckline and back again. And it's going to be width of 5 inches, right? Width on this big body fabric like this, you're going to use 5 inches, so that once you fold the fabric into two. So guys, like what I was saying is, you need a fabric width of 5 inches, so that when you fold it into two, you're going to have 2.5 on this side, 2.5 on this side, and then you're going to use that 0.5 to join it. So you're going to take it, go from this end. At this point, you already sewed the shoulders, right? You're going to take it, go from one end like this, and just sew it down. You see how I folded it into two? Use half an inch to just sew it down all the way. Go from the shoulder, come back up this way, and then go through this way, and then come back down again, right? Once you finish that, you flip it over this way and top stitch it if you want, or you can just iron it down. So I'm going to go ahead now and couple mine together and bring it back so you guys will see what it looks like. So guys, you see what it looks like. If your band finishes like this thing here, you can always add more to complete it. And guys, as you can see, I didn't top stitch mine, but I went ahead and ironed it. Just iron it, it will lay flat, because one thing you don't want is that look of stitch on top. But if you don't mind it, you can always do that. But I just ironed mine out and it laid flat this way. So this is basically what it looks like. If I pull it down this way now, you'll see it will fall over like this. This can serve like a shawl for like a bikini, but instead you just make the sleeve shorter. Like, you know, that 3-piece bikini that has like the pants, the bra top, and the shawl. So you can use this as, you can use this particular pattern, this method of sewing it as the pattern for making a bikini cover. So this is basically what it looks like here. You see the opening of the sleeve. You can, if you want, don't make your sleeve too long. It depends on you. I just made it long because of the one the person sent to me. So that's basically how to make this shawl Bubu. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.